Hey, I'm Matt. I can't see how much time I have. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about pranking the wife, my wife, not anyone else's wife. And also, I'm going to give my Super Bowl pick. So, because evidently my most popular videos are football-related videos. And, well, my most popular video by far is taking Ronnie to Spirit Halloween. That has almost 2 million views. And but football videos have been my other most popular. So real quick, Super Bowl prediction. This is a tough one. I want the Eagles to win. I am a Dallas Cowboys fan, and the Eagles are NFC East. They are the only team in the NFC East without a Super Bowl championship. And I want the Eagles to win, but I think the Patriots are going to win. I think the Eagles' offense, their game plan will be to keep the Patriots' offense off the field. So the Eagles' offense is going to try and eat up clock. They're going to try to stay on the field as much as possible. Because honestly, if they get in a shootout with the Patriots, they're not going to win. What they have to do is they have to grind out the clock. They have to keep the Patriots' defense on the field and keep Tom Brady off the field. So if they can do that, I think they have a very good shot at winning. Not only that, the Eagles have a very good defense. They have a very good defense. So if the Eagles offense can limit the possessions for the Eagles, or limit the possessions for the Patriots offense, I think the Eagles defense is good enough to make enough stops. I'm not saying they will stop completely the Patriots offense, but I think they are good enough to make enough stops if they don't have to be out there all the time. So I have made a bet with a guy at work on, he's a Patriots fan. I made a bet. It's just a cup of coffee. Speaking of coffee. So I'm picking the Eagles. I'm going to say 20 to 17. Eagles, 20 to 17. I'm going to say the Eagles win 20 to 17. If the Eagles do the things I talked about. So 20 to 17. That will be 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals for the Eagles offense. And then 2 touchdowns and a field goal for the Patriots. And I think it might come down to a last-second field goal or a last-second stop for the Eagles defense. So that's my Super Bowl pick. Now on to pranking the wife. I get a hold of my wife's phone, and previously I had gone into her Pinterest via her phone, and she doesn't like clowns, and I have subscribed to every single clown board I could find under her Pinterest. I subscribed to every single clown board, and so she started getting a lot of pictures of clowns on her Pinterest. And not only that, well, I used to, before we combined our Facebook pages, we have one Facebook page. If you want to find us on Facebook, it is Matt Angela French on Facebook, and it's a picture of her and I together. And the big picture above our picture, it's a picture of a cheeseburger. I had a picture of our whole family, but for some reason it took it off, and I was, when I was looking for it, I saw that picture of that cheeseburger in my pictures. I was like, ooh, that looks good. So I put the cheeseburger up there. But yeah, that's us on Facebook. Well, before we had a joint Facebook account, I would get a hold of her phone and I would comment or make updates on her Facebook. You know, like, dang it, I am running through clean pants today. I just can't kick this diarrhea. You know, stuff like that. Or I'll text her mom, just a simple question: do hemorrhoids itch? You know, and my wife can't get mad at me because I never said she had hemorrhoids. You know, and so her mom will call her and be like, why do you think you have hemorrhoids? So it's funny. She's like, what? And then she'll go through and check her text. I will also text our oldest son from my wife's phone, but he's caught on. My mother-in-law still kind of, you know, still thinks it's Angela when I text from her phone, but she thinks it's hilarious whenever she finds out it was me texting her. She thinks it's hilarious because my mother-in-law loves me. Also, I'll change her ringtone. Or I'll change her wallpaper to something embarrassing. I'm not going to say what I changed her wallpaper to on her phone. Or what I changed my status picture, contact photo. But I'll change ringtone. A favorite of mine to change her phone ringtone to is Me So Horny. Also, there's a song by David Allan Coe. He's an old country singer, and it's a song that is called Don't Bite the D. And I'm sure you can figure out what D is. And it's about what you need to do instead of biting the D. And I'll change her ringtone to that, which I did the other day. And the next day she took Ronnie to school. He's in kindergarten, and she walks him in. And when she was walking out, she was in the middle of the cafeteria, and someone decided to call her. When I had changed her ringtone to Don't Bite the D. And, yeah, there were parents around, and the cafeteria lady was staring daggers through my wife. But the funny thing is, she didn't realize it was her phone, because I changed her ringtone. So, also, I'll change my ringtone, and I'll change my name in her phone. I changed my name to Big Sexy Ass in her phone, and I changed the ringtone to where it would say who was calling. And I intentionally waited till I knew she was at the store, and I called her, and the phone said, call from Big Sexy Ass. And yeah, it was funny. That was that neighborhood market. If you go through my previous videos, Wright's neighborhood market it was an IGA store, an Independent Grocers Alliance. It's now closed. That parking lot to that store is where Angela and I had our first kiss, and they watched Ronnie grow up. I'd go in there, and they'd give Ronnie, the cashiers would give Ronnie pieces of paper, and they'd say, Ronnie, while you're here, draw me a picture. And he'd draw him a picture, and they'd hang it up, and they'd know us by name. And so, yeah, it was just a couple blocks from our house. So literally, we would run there at least once a day for something. At least there was something we were forgetting once a day every time we would cook. Or this was back when I was drinking soda and energy drinks. I'd run there on my way to work to buy a couple energy drinks, which I no longer drink soda or energy drinks at all. I now drink water is the biggest thing I drink, and I drink coffee. And okay, in order of what I drink: water, coffee, beer, and whiskey. And I'll also drink like some fruit juice every now and then. And it goes, water's way up here with how much I drink, and then coffee's in a distant second. Come on, this car in front of me is going slow. Coffee's a distant second, and I'm not gonna be able to pass them because they sped up. Because this one car flew by us, and I guess they realized how slow they were going. Yeah, of course you speed up. You went from going 65 to 75 just because you didn't want me to pass you. And beer, I'll have maybe 1 or 2 beers a week. I did have 3 beers watching the OU Georgia game because that was extremely stressful. It was one of those types of games, and that's when I drink the most beers during football season. During football games, and then whiskey. I'll drink that like in a hot toddy when I get all that, crud. So yeah, but yeah, I love playing pranks on my wife. She hates clowns. So on the Pinterest board, on her Pinterest, I subscribe to every clown board I could find. And and every time we go to a thrift store or a flea market, if I find a clown for like $1 or $2, I'll buy it. So we have a clown on the windowsill over the kitchen sink, that holds our bread ties. It's one of those that's holding its pants out. You can like plant, it's like a flower pot, but it's holding our bread ties. We have a porcelain clown on our bookshelf in the living room. Every clown pop vinyl I find, I buy, which we have 3 clown pop vinyls right now. 2 of them are Pennywise, and then one is a Twisty from Twisted Metal. I think his name is Twisty. That one's really cool. Let's see. Also, I've made my wife sit down. Well, not make. I don't have to like hold her down or anything, but I've encouraged her, which she watched it with me, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. She actually really liked it. She liked it. It was funny. I showed her the trailer for the new It movie because she hates clowns, and she was like, "Whoa, that scared me." She goes, "We're going to see it." And I was like, "I love you." So yeah. And one of these days, I ordered a clown mask from China, and it came, and it wasn't exactly what I thought it was. And when I went back and looked at it, I misread it. But I want to buy a clown mask and lay in bed next to my wife one day. I do want to do that. Recently, I've taken her phone because she also doesn't like snakes. Like her skin, she just sees a picture of a snake and her skin crawls. So I got a hold of her phone the other day, and I've subscribed to every snake board I could find on Pinterest under her Pinterest account. I've also bought fake snakes and hid them around the house. Okay, let's see. Failed pranks on my wife. I got a stink bomb, one of the little glass stink bombs, and her hair, she sprays this stuff in her hair. It's like a detangler. When she dries her hair and she brushes it out, she sprays that in her hair. And I took that stink bomb stuff and put in there. And it was too obvious because she found the camera I hid to catch her doing that. And so she ran out and sprayed me with it. And that stuff stinks. So I failed there. She's very easy to scare. Very easy to scare. All I gotta do is walk up behind her. Of course, I can be very, very stealthy when I walk. So I'll walk up behind her and just like reach out and give her a hug, and she'll jump. Or I'll just walk into the room. All I gotta do is walk into the room and she'll look up and see me there. She'll be like, "Oh." See, she's very easy to scare. But let's see. Yeah, and I do this stuff because I love my wife, and she is honestly my best friend. I love her, and she is, without a doubt, my best friend. I need to hurry up and get to drinking my coffee. She is my best friend, and we love having fun together. She has pranked me from time to time. I will say, from my point of view, I'm harder to prank than she is. But she has pranked me from time to time. she has taken my phone and she's texted my dad from my phone. But, yeah, I was just like, oh well. And there were times I would specifically leave my phone out. Like, I'll hand her my phone and then I'll walk out of the room to, like, go use the restroom or something. And she hasn't changed my ringtone or done anything like that. I think she texted my cousin once. Yeah. Oh, and she texted my buddy Pete on this app we use. It's the WhatsApp. This app my buddy Pete and I in the UK use to communicate. And I was driving, so my wife, safety first, was messaging back because he sent me a message. And I was like, babe, read it. She goes, I don't want to read it. I'm like, babe, please read it. So she read it, and I told her to text. And then she also threw in there something about my wonderful and amazing wife. You know? So, yeah. So, we'll do stuff like that. And, you know, yeah. So, we, you know, I love pranking my wife. And it's getting to the point where Ronnie he's trying to prank us in general, too. We'll, like, tell him, be like, Ronnie, time for bed. And he'll be like, no, and then take off running the other way going, ah! And we'll be like, Ronnie, he goes, haha, that was a prank. Yeah. But I've babbled long enough. So, overcap. Prank the wife, get a hold of her phone, text people, change the ringtone, get into her accounts, and subscribe to stuff she doesn't like. Buy stuff she doesn't like and place it around the house. And also, I really want the Eagles to win. I think the Patriots will win, but I'm picking the Eagles to win. Basically because I already made a bet with a guy. Yeah. So I'm picking the Eagles. And I laid down the foundation for how I think the Eagles can beat the Patriots. And I gave my score prediction for the game, which is 20-17. So, yep. Bye.